Hey guys, this is Elliot. I'm not that good at FMC, but recently I competed in it at Miami Valley Mini, and I got a 34.33 mean with a 28 single, which is decent for me. The 28 single is pretty good. The mean's about average. There was one bad solve that kind of undid all the good work the 28 did, but this was my first time forcing myself to use insertions on every single attempt, and I think I did pretty well. I was able to cancel moves on every one, which for somebody who just started insertions, that's like the baseline. So I don't claim to be good at this, but I want to give a walkthrough of what I did because I think it's going to be helpful if you're also very new to FMC and learning insertions like I am. So I'll quickly go through my skeleton for each one, and then I'll explain how I inserted it. So this is the first scramble. The scramble is right here, but I will have them in the description. If I forget, yell at me. So the first thing I look at when I try to build a skeleton is like, see if there's any blocks. And I saw this one. So I noticed you could make a 2x2x1, like a plate, in 3 moves. So you could just do D prime, L, B prime, like that. And that makes this block. And then on the normal, you could do 4 moves. No, you couldn't. You could not do 4 moves. Or you could do 4 moves like that to make a 2x2x2. But I didn't do that. I switched to the inverse scramble. I'm assuming you guys know NIS, by the way. If you don't know NIS, go learn it. It's easy. On the inverse scramble, you can make this 2x2x2 in 3 moves by doing U, B prime, U prime. Now, something that's useful when you're doing insertions is to have EO. Some people like to do EO at the start of the solve all the time, and I think that happens in one of these solutions. I think I do EO at the start of the solve. But one of the things I like to do, I think EO makes block building harder, at least for me. I don't know if that's the consensus, but for me, it makes block building harder. So what I like to do is I like to make EO after my 2x2x2, and there was a 2-move EO from this on the inverse. So you can just do, from like on this axis, you can do F, L prime, and that orients edges. So then I switched back to the normal scramble. And this is what it looks like on the normal. From here, I just did like an F2. I saw kind of like paired this pair up to like be inserted. So I like inserted the pair and then like canceled into inserting that crosshead. So that was like F2L minus 2. And that was in, what is that, 14 moves, which is like mid, but whatever. And then I kind of did something interesting here. To get to a 5C, I kind of solved this pair and this edge, or well, this pair and the rest of the edges you can solve in 8 moves. So you could do like B, D, F, D, F prime to solve that pair, and then like D2, D prime, D2 gives a 5-corner skeleton. Oh, I forgot to sticker this. Hold on. Okay, I'm actually just gonna sticker this on camera because it's important that you know how to sticker one of these. So you just start, you put your number 1 on any sticker, and then it's kind of like blind tracing any unsolved sticker. You just see where this needs to go. So this needs to go here, so that's going to be 2. And then this needs to go here, so that's going to be 3. This needs to go here, so that's going to be 4. Okay, and then this needs to go here, so that's 5. Whoops, it's 5. And then if you did that right, 5 will go to 1, which I did do it right because I'm that guy. But yeah, so then I inserted this 5-corner skeleton. Let me just solve this really quick. Oh yeah, so I inserted this 5-corner skeleton. It was 22 to 5C. Oh fuck, I messed up. My bad. I'm recording this like late at night, and I'm probably not going to edit it very heavily, so you're going to have to deal with me messing stuff up. I accidentally just did the skeleton instead of the scramble. Yeah, so once you have everything stickered, you do the scramble. Like that. Okay. So then basically when you're doing insertions, you want to go through, you can see I mark where I've gone through with like a comma. You see if you can cancel moves with a commutator in any given place. So a good strategy is just to look for a one move interchange. I'm assuming you know how insertions work basically. So in commutators. So you look for, I usually just look for a one move interchange is how I do it. There's more interesting stuff you can insert. But I usually just look for like 8 move comms. So I found this commutator canceled. Should have canceled 2 moves. I'm having trouble finding where. Oh no, this cancels 1 move. So yeah. So I inserted 2 commutators because it's a 5-corner skeleton, and I only canceled 2 total moves, which I'm told is pretty bad, but whatever. So yeah, here you can do. Trying to figure out what I did. So I did D, B prime, U2, B. I don't think that's the case. Okay, yeah. So, sorry, this is really unscripted. This is going to be a really sloppy video. Okay, yeah. So I saw right here after this D move. My dumbass is trying to figure out how my insertion works. Okay, yeah. So you can see there's a 1 move interchange from 5 to 3. Or from 3 to 5 rather. And then you can just insert 1 right here, so like that, and then that cancels the first D move. It turns it into a D2. So you can take off the stickers for your solved corners once you've inserted 1 commutator. And now you're left with a 3-corner skeleton. And now something cool, you can insert an insertion within an insertion. So it's good to rewrite your skeletons once you have your first commutator inserted. It's good to rewrite your skeletons. You, like with the new commutator with moves canceled, so you can check and see if you can insert within the insertion. And I do that often. Because that just gives you new spots to check that you didn't have before. So there's a good chance you'll find something good. And yeah, sure enough, I inserted within my commutator here. So yeah, right here. After this D prime, I saw that you could insert the commutator. Oh, this is not true. Yeah, after this D prime, I found this commutator, which cancels no moves, but I wrote it down, so I confused myself. But what I actually ended up doing is inserting on this move right here. So I found 1 move cancel here, and then 1 move cancel here, and I landed on this one, because why not? Okay, yeah, so right here, 1 move away from the skeleton, you can do L prime gives a 1 move interchange from this piece to this piece. I accidentally took that sticker off, or maybe it fell off, but L prime, and then U, R prime, U prime, insert, and then just undo, and with a U2, and that cancels the 2 U primes into a U2. So that was a 36 22, and then I inserted 16 minus 2. Okay, this next one was the 28. This is a really good one. I think this is what all my solves should look like. Like, once I get good at being efficient, like, I got lucky on this one, but I think once I get better at block building and insert better, I think more of my solves will look like this one. This is just a solve that went well. The first thing I checked was a 4-move EO on the inverse, but I didn't really like what it gave me. Like, I was looking at the scramble and I thought, man, I'm kind of cooked. Like, there's like these cross pieces solved, but like if you're solving a cross first, you are cooked. So I was looking around, I didn't see any blocks, so I was like, ooh, right? But I noticed you could make this pair like 1 move, and then it's just 3 moves to a 2x2x2 from there. So F prime, U, L prime, and you get 2x2x2. I looked at like what color I should kind of build off, and I went on white. Turns out, if you solve the cross in like the most basic way, you get a couple kind of fun things to look at. So you get this pseudo pair, you get a free pair, you get a free pseudo pair, you get a block, you get a free pair, and you get this pair, which is like not even that bad. So what I ended up doing is just like this. So I just inserted this pair because that makes this pair. So I inserted that. And then from here, I did R prime D2 R, because that, what that does is that like orients this edge. So like that, and it also orients this edge. And then just, I saw this block and like this right here. So if you just insert this edge like this, that solves 2 corners and the rest of the edges, and you're left with a 3-corner skeleton. And then this, even if you don't know how to insert, you'd get something good on this. You get a 31, because you probably know this ZB. And I thought like, oh, I could just do that, but I didn't want to be lazy, because I found that pretty quick. So I rolled that stupid ass 2x2x2 took me a second to find, which is embarrassing, but I found it pretty quick. So my skeleton ended up, yeah, it looked like this. I stickered it. Okay. So I wrote down 2 things that I found. So 4 moves in, you can insert, there's a 1 move interchange from 2 to 3. So you can just do like R2 and then F from L to F to insert the corner. But I didn't want to do that because it only canceled 1 move. So I kept looking and I found a spot that canceled 2 moves. So this last D prime cancels with that D, so that'll cancel 2 moves. So this one is after that B prime. So there is a 1 move interchange from 2 to 3, and then I'm trying to remember what I did. So one move interchange from 2 to 3. Sorry, I might be cooked. Oh yeah, okay. So there's a 1 move interchange from 2 to 3, so D2, and then you can do, or R2, and then D, L, D prime, and then reverse. And that cancels a move with that. So that gives a 28 move solution once you write everything out. Just D, F prime, U, L prime. Like that. So that was a 28. That was really good. That's what made the average not suck. Okay, so this was the 39. This solution is so bad. Like my skeleton was 27 to 5C, which is never a skeleton you want to do, by the way. But I'm including it because 1, it's part of the mean. And 2, my insertions, I inserted 16 minus 4, which is the reason the solve wasn't like complete shit, I guess. A 39 is like, I probably average like 35 moves at home, like when I do an attempt sometimes. But so 39 is still bad, but it would have been so much worse if I didn't do insertions. So they helped. So the first thing I looked at, once again, kind of cooked, no blocks for Somebody who's bad at block building like me, this is scary. So I was like, well, let's start with a yo. So I noticed on like this axis, ULD2 puts all the misoriented, it's four bad. So 4 bad edges in the back. So B prime does that, and it does yo, and it makes this block, which now I'm excited because now I have a block, and that's what I look for. So I couldn't find anything like great with the block on normal that I wanted to do. So I switched the inverse, and now the block's here. And I found a 5 move 2x2x2. So L prime B2 puts this like yellow piece down, and it puts this edge in a convenient spot here. And then you can just do U prime D to solve that edge and make this block, and then a B2 to solve the 2x2x2. And then that also makes this block. So now I'm like chilling. I'm like, oh, this is great. So R2 U F2. It makes this block, but it's not that useful, so I didn't look at it. I guess you could do that. Maybe that could be something good, but I don't know. I'm not advanced enough or smart enough to take advantage of stuff like that. So I just didn't worry about this block, and I did like U prime F2. And that makes like F2L minus 2. Yeah. And then I switched to normal again, and then this is where the solve gets really like dumb and bad. So I just solved this pair in the most normal way possible. Like that. And then I like just inserted this edge into the back with like a U2 insert, and that gives a 5-corner skeleton, so that's what I went with. I stickered it, but I forgot to scramble it. Let me solve this, John. Solving through a viewfinder is hard. So, okay, cool. So the first insertion was a little annoying. So it's a 5-corner skeleton, so I'm gonna do 2 8-move comps is what I do. So first insertion was a little annoying because, let me scramble it. Yeah, the first insertion was a little annoying because I checked this first spot and I canceled 2 moves, U prime and U cancel out. And then I checked every other spot and I found nothing better than 2 moves. So I felt like I wasted my time, but whatever. So yeah, right before this, you can do, there's a U, 1 move interchange from 2 to 5, and then, or no, not U. You do a B2, which is a 1 move interchange from 4 to 5. And then B2, U, F prime, U prime, like that. And that's your commutator. And then the last move cancels. Okay, and now you have a 3-corner skeleton, so now you're happy. We can take these off. Okay, so this is the 3-corner skeleton. So yeah, I wrote it down again because it's a good thing to do. I didn't do an S's insertion like I did the last time though. Yeah, I just didn't work out that way. So I found a few spots where I could insert. So the first one was here. After this U move right there. So I noticed you could do R2, so 1 move interchange from, wait, where is it? Yeah, R2 has 1 move interchange here, and then you can insert this corner with B prime LB, but that doesn't cancel any moves. And I found a few moves later, here, you can cancel 1 move. The U and that U cancel and turn into a U2. There's a 1 move interchange here from like 1 and 3, and then you can like insert that. But I didn't feel like that was worth it because it's 1 move. Or well, that was what I was gonna go with, but I wanted not a 40, so I kept looking, and sure enough, 2 moves later, I canceled 2 moves. So the first move and the move right before cancel, it's a U and a U prime, they cancel. So you just do one move interchange from, you do one move interchange from, like, with 1 and 3, and then you insert 2 down there, like that. And then, yeah, the first move's canceled, so then you finish the skeleton in the cube solve. So that was a 39. That was really, really bad. This mean in general, I understand I'm not great at FMC, like, at all. But I want to make this video because I asked my friend if he would watch it, and he said yes. So that was enough for me. And I want to have it to look back on when I'm hopefully better at FMC and I can laugh at this. But yeah, those were some, I guess, like, beginner insertions walkthroughs. If you have any questions about insertions and you want to ask me for some reason, go ahead, but there's better people. Yeah, thanks for watching if you actually did. Goodbye.